Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper, and this is the last in the series for this year of my Same But Different Christmas card series for 2018, and I hope you've had as much fun as me. I've got a couple of sets here from No.4 that I'm using. This one's Simply Winter Sentiments and Simply Celebrate Winter, and I'm actually going to use these two sets on all my card designs today. So today is all about quick cards with minimal supplies, and this way it's going to make it really easy for you to whip out those last minute Christmas cards that you hadn't had a chance to do and everyone expects from you, and then you put pressure on yourself. So I've used all of the 6 images from the stamp set, and coordinated 6 of the sentiments. Alright, so let's get started. I'm doing some Copic colouring, so I've used Memento Tuxedo Black today, and one of the things that you can look at when you really want to speed things up is to get everything ready first. So what I did was prepped all my card bases. I'm actually working on, not directly on the cards themselves, I'm actually working on panels of cardstock that are cut the same size as my card bases, and that way if I do make any mistakes or there's warping from the heat tool, by attaching it to the front of a top fold card, it's going to help that. And if I do make a mistake, I'm not wasting a whole piece of cardstock, I'm only wasting a half of one. See how tight I am? Okay, so I used the same set, so it's minimal supplies. That keeps everything nice and quick. I did change up all the sentiments and the layouts of all the designs of the 6 cards, but I am using the same Copic colours throughout the whole 6 designs, so that just makes it easier. I'm not really having to stop and think too much about what colours to choose because they're already chosen. I'm doing really simple shading. I'm not coming back and blending and I'm making it look a little bit what I call retro. Or maybe it's just lazy colouring, I'm not sure, but I like the look of it myself. I actually like the look of just coming in with a line down the side of an image, and I usually do all the same size. You'll notice here on the little images that I'm adding the shading to, so I'm using a darker ink to colour them with, but I actually bring the shading in on the same side each time. I do ground some of the images, but not all of them, and I just used a T marker to do that, like a T0 I think it was. I will list all the colours that I used today at my blog, so the description will be where you can link to that blog post, and you'll also be able to find all the other videos that I'm making for this series. There'll be in a playlist at my YouTube channel. So the other thing is, I've been doing this series for a few years now, so I will link a couple of the previous year's videos at the end of this blog as well. The end of this video. Oh, engage brain. These card bases, or these card panels, I actually stamped out with my beautiful card making friend Linda. These are her stamps, and I'm really appreciated that she let me stamp these out and share them with you. But I did this on World Card Making Day. It was the first year I've ever got to sit down and make cards with friends on World Card Making Day, and we had a blast. Normally I'm working, I don't know if you know, but I work shift work, so often I'm working on the weekends, and it was just nice to sit there and go like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, and it'll be cards. So the panels are already stamped out, ready to go. That's why I didn't share how I did the design. I worked out where the designs were, but you can easily replicate this with similar stamps. And that way, you know, like, I don't know if you're like me, but that's why I do this series. I get bored easily, so I do need to change it up. That's why I like it the same but different. So each card's unique but similar, and that does make things fly a lot quicker. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly not a last minute person. I don't like to be rushed. I like to sort of, you know, enjoy what I'm doing rather than feel the pressure. But in saying that, if I do leave things to the last minute, I find I procrastinate less. And often I come up with my best work. Go figure. The pastel colours aren't my normal go-to colours, but I've had a real thing for pastels lately, so you get to share that as well. And I think they do look really pretty. Like before I had the shading on these particular trees here, I think they look lame, not very nice at all. But what I often do is just come in and do a splodge of colour rather than blend. I don't know if you saw that on the brown when I did the, because it's too small an area to blend anyway. So I like to do what I call a splodge. And that just will, by coming in with a little tiny bit of darker colour, gives it depth that it didn't have before. And I think that this whole picture just changes by adding that bit of shading. So one more thing I like to do is add some sort of fun element, even to a clean and simple design. So these 3 cards here, I want to add some Prisma glitter, and I'm using my Quicker Glue pen, and this is really quick and easy to do. It dries nice and quick too, and just putting some tiny dots all the way around the images, adding this really fine Prisma glitter which gets everywhere. And that's why I prepped the paper with the powder bag. I don't know if you saw that. That really helps. But this is my all-time favourite. This is the Marvy Snow marker. I got this last year, and this is wicked. See what it does? You push it down and it just puts lumps of it. So I've learned not to put it on my directly on my images. So I find this works really well. I actually use it. I use the pen to pick up what I've dropped on the side. So I can add the snow by using the pen as like a pickup tool almost. And then to activate it, just hit it with your heat tool. Now how cool is that? It's dimensional. I know. It ticks all the boxes. It's fluffy white and dimensional. It looks like snow. And you can use it on anything. So I did that for these last 3 cards, and I had to include the heat on all of them just so you get to see it. Alright, so all that's left to do now is attach all my panels to the front of the 6 cards, and that's it. I hope you've had fun. I really hope you do manage, if you haven't already, to get some Christmas cards made nice and quick and easy for this year. Thanks so much for all your support, and I've had a blast. Yet again, you guys are amazing, and I'll look forward to seeing you real soon. Till then, happy Christmas paper crafting. Bye.